This is Attorney Mike Garland coming to you from Chicago as usual, and today I've got a fun one from Judge Simpson's courtroom. It's it's charming. Let's do it.
Okay. What are we doing, gentlemen?
Oh, Mr. Childers, did you want to go first? You want me to say something?
I was expecting you to. Mr. Burkett and I spoke in court when we were there on Tuesday, Your Honor. I think we both were in agreement at this point to adjourn the probable cause conference. Mr. Burkett is going to get me some documentation in hopes that we can resolve this matter.
How much time do you need?
Mr. Burkett?
Well, at least a couple of weeks. As much as you can give us, because we do have to gather some information for the government.
May 12th, because you'll just be back asking for more time. May 12th, 9 a.m. as your Zoom right indicates.
He knows them.
Oh, Judge, now just so everybody can understand, that's a great date, but on that date, I'm scheduled to start a federal trial. If it doesn't go, I won't have any problems.
Mr. Burkett, if you foresee any issues, you know how to get a hold of me.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I appreciate it. You're a scholar and a gentleman.
Is that for me or Mr. Childers?
Well, you told me yesterday don't approach you, so I don't know what to say.
I did not. Mr. Burkett, I did not.
I'm joking, yeah.
And don't forget to hit like and subscribe, or the dogs get it.
You're still on my good list.
Okay, well, thank you. That's where I try to stay. All right, take care. Court calls the case. You got another one. Court calls the case of the People versus Dion Leonard.
Andrew Childers occurring on behalf of the people.
Yeah, Mr. Vincent on this case with us.
Pardon?
Michael Vincent.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Michael Vincent on behalf of Dion Leonard.
Good afternoon, Dion Leonard.
Hold on a second.
All right.
No, just a second. Yeah. So, is Burkett and Vincent on the case?
There are two charges, Your Honor. Mr. Burkett is handling charge number 1, and I'm handling charge number 2.
I know. I'm just saying both of you together in one file.
I feel overwhelmed.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes.
Amanda will straighten it out.
Hi.
Hello.
So the deal with this is our case with Mr. Leonard is up for next week for PCC. Mr. Burkett asked that we appear today so that the dates stay together. So basically, I'm going to try to manage 2 grown men.
Your Honor, that's very hurtful.
That's true, though.
We're both older guys, and we're being picked on. Age discrimination. Ray will file a lawsuit.
That is so funny. I'm going to try to manage these 2 grown men. All right. All right. So what are we doing on this case? And I now understand why Mr. Childers feels all alone.
Ray, do you want me to explain to the court what we're going to do?
Well, I'm hoping Mr. Childers will dismiss my case and let you guys go.
Why don't I just let Amanda talk about what
Yeah, go forward with it.
What are we attempting to do in this case?
If we could actually have an in-person preliminary exam for possibly May 3rd.
I can do that.
Perfect. And when we see you next week for Mr. Leonard's other case, we will hopefully set an exam for that same day. So they're together.
Okay.
I'm going to say, if Judge, I'm sorry, I'm going to say something.
No.
I'm going to regret saying this. I'm unavailable on May 3rd. And part of me wants to just let that go because there's plenty of people to handle the case. Part of me sympathizes with my supervisor in scheduling. And maybe I would suggest that we go out a bit later than that. I'm unavailable on the 3rd and the following Tuesday, but any other Tuesday in May is
Just
totally
trying to
fine.
think towards you. I don't know what the hell.
I know you don't. I know. Ray, are you available on the 17th of May?
Oh man.
I'm with Mr. Childers on that day downtown.
You're where?
So yes, I'm in the circuit court downtown on a murder case with Mr. Childers.
But we can do an exam in the morning. That'll be fine.
I can't
On
do
the
it
17th?
morning.
Your Honor, I
I'm in
am
rehab.
so sorry to do this. Mr. Vincent is requesting an afternoon
I'm in
preliminary
rehab.
exam because he is in rehab in the morning.
That's a physical rehab, folks, for those of you that don't.
I was just going to leave it out there.
I just think for those of us that know Mr. Benson, we just need to make that clear. Look, on the 17th, but you're then, Mr. Burkett, you and Mr. Childers are in the afternoon on that day.
We have a final
You're
pre-trial.
downtown.
Yeah, we have
You're
a final
right.
pre-trial before Judge Kunke in the afternoon on that day.
And she's doing those in person.
It would be by Zoom.
Oh, okay. So,
I mean, we could probably manage that. I could contact Judge Kunke's chambers and just have the case called towards the beginning of the docket. I don't
that they
that would
do
be an
Zoom in
issue.
the afternoon, but this one needs to be in person in the afternoon. I know I can. You're trying to get me in trouble.
You're trying to get me in trouble.
No, I'm not trying to get you in trouble. I'm trying to follow the rules, but you seem to say the rules set by Ms. Tang don't exist. Yeah, I said that out loud so she'd hear it. That none of this is my fault. All right, what I will do then is this. Because I almost want to say that date's not available, but it is. May 17, 2022. I will set it at 1 p.m. for a preliminary examination. That is a special time. That is in person. Oh, boy. Before me. Just call me lucky. All right. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks, Lucky.
Yes, sir. Thank you. All right. So, well, we'll have to call it up, but if you guys, this case was actually Mr. Burkett's case.
That's right.
So, Amanda,
Yes, Your Honor.
because I'm not talking to Mike. If you want to and can get a stipulation to that time on that other case for prelim, you could do it on paper even before we have the thing next week. But
Is
you
that
have to,
because you don't want to see Mike next week?
That's understandable.
no, I'm not going to even answer
Mike
that. No, I just think that way we can make sure to have the time and everything together. And if you get that over to Miss Tang, she'll understand and we can just get it set.
Perfect. I'll get it over to her today. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Ray.
Thank you.
Ben.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you. You're looking
Feel
good.
better.
Mr. Leonard, did you want to say something?
Yes, I'm confused. Do I show up next week or wait till the 17th?
No. So hold it. Mr. Leonard is on which case? That case.
I'm on all of them.
Hold on. Oh, I see what you're saying. Your other case, we're all setting it at the same time. So we're going to have it all on the 17th.
At 1 o'clock.
Right. But you make sure to show up unless you hear from counsel that I've signed an order already setting that one for that day. The one for
Okay.
next one. Okay.
Mr. Leonard,
Yes.
Mr. Leonard, make an appointment to see me next week.
Okay.
All right?
But on scheduling, just talk to Amanda. Do not talk
Yes.
to Mike. All right. I'm just telling you.
Okay.
He'll have you going wherever.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Leonard.
Thank you very much.
Everybody have a good Easter.
Yes, you do the same, Mr. Vince. Court calls the case of the people of the state of Michigan versus Joshua Mahaney.
Well, there you have it. I can relate to that too much. It was just kind of a charming moment. Old attorneys that he's familiar with, a defendant who's also charming himself. This shows something I deal with every day. That he happens to have 2 charges. It makes all the sense in the world that they would set those on the same day. But then you inject everybody's schedule: the judge, 2 attorneys, the defendant. Everyone's got an issue, and you have to get there. So, they spend 10 minutes picking a date. But the initial point of it was to take 2 related matters and have them at the same time was a good idea. They ultimately get there. Even the defendant asks a good question. He's saying, fine, I know we're going to be there on May 17th, but do I have to go to the interim date? The answer is probably not, but your attorney needs to get an order entered first, and that hasn't occurred yet. So stay in touch with them. It all worked out. It was very fun, and it was just nice to see everybody sort of being good-natured about it. Here at Law Talk, we like to have fun with silly stuff that happens in court, and every once in a while, and completely by accident, I assure you, you might learn something. Thanks for watching.